Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Steve Natto, and I need to give a huge thank you to Champs Sports and Reebok for sending me out this sneaker right here. This is the brand new Reebok Question Grooves Laboratory from the brand new Reebok and Minions collaboration. Quick side note though to you guys, if you are going to send me anything else in the future, please get in touch with me. I've actually moved from the address where these were sent out to, but I was still able to grab them and check them out here. I actually spent so much time taking a deep dive into the small details, the hidden features on this shoe, and they just kept going. I think this is one of the most detailed and thought about sneakers of the entire year because first off, we check out this box. This box is nuts seeing what's all included. It feels like a Where's Waldo seeing all the different sneakers that are actually in there. It's all relating back to Grooves Laboratory, and it feels like a piece of art. And then checking out the shoes, I did the same thing. Spent so much time just seeing what was all included, checking out all the little details, and these things are just so cool. The entire collection released earlier this month, and this sneaker right here released for a retail price of $150. So we are going to take a deep dive into the shoe, take a look at it both up close and on feet, and I'll get you guys my thoughts and opinions towards the end of the video. So let's go and start checking out the Reebok Question Grooves Laboratory. And here we are now with the shoes. So again, let's just revisit the box real quick before we dive into the sneakers themselves. So opening up the box, it did come with this card right here from Champs. Has a little bit of reading material right there about the collaboration and this really cool design. And then on the back, we do have another graphic with some of the Minions characters and the Reebok logo for the collab. Really cool and definitely appreciate that. Thank you again to those guys. Over on the sneaker, you can see that they are crazy. We do have the lateral side lined up here, but again, we'll take a look at the box. On the size tag down here, we have Question Mid, some of the information on the shoe, and then Reebok above it. But as you can see, this entire box is all Grooves Lab, and you can see Reebok included the different sneakers from Reebok all throughout. So this one's on a conveyor belt. It sort of looks like they're creating the sneakers and then they get pumped out on the conveyor belt down there. We have another pair up here and the details just keep going. So you can see the conveyor belt over here, some posters on the wall, all down in the basement here. It's just nuts. So, and then we have a Reebok basketball up there. They just spent so much time and attention to the little details. I love this computer here too. So really wanted to show you guys that. You will not be disappointed with this box. Onto the sneakers now, though. They are primarily made up of sort of this silverish chrome, matching kind of the laboratory feel, and then a little bit of black, and this crazy green piping up on the side. So this is the Reebok Question silhouette, an iconic silhouette, which does have this midsole here with a little red accents in the middle on this sneaker. It does have green on the opposite side, which I'll show you guys. And then it feels like a little caution tape underneath with the black and the yellow, but the entire midsole is pretty much gray, sort of this silverish color too. And then we do have these little dots around there, again, playing to that laboratory feel. On the upper, it really does feel like a silverish chrome, and then you can see all this piping going through. And then if you check out the letters, this side actually says G-R-U-L-A-B, Grooves Lab. And then on the other side, which I'll show you, it does say Reebok. So just, again, attention to detail here is really cool. And then we have this nice black material up on the toe box. You can see the laces in black going up the tongue to that Reebok logo in black. Onto the front of the shoes, you get a real good feel for how crazy these things look and what the look is from head on. You can see the outsole wrapping around the toe box. We have the black on the toe box itself going up to the black laces, the silver tongue, the green piping running around either side, kind of looping around to the back of the shoe here. This tongue with Reebok in black on there as well. Same thing for both sneakers. As for the medial side, everything is pretty much the same except for a couple little details that I pointed out before. So we can see the pods here. We have red in the back, but then we have green here, which is actually a glow-in-the-dark hit. The outsole is a little glow-in-the-dark as well, and then this piping seems to be too. I was trying to play around with it, and it was a little difficult to see, but I'll try and put up a picture there for you guys to get a good shot of it. And then we can see again the black and the silver and that chrome. And then the Reebok lettering here where it says Grooves Lab on the other side. This one does just say Reebok. Onto the back heel now, the details continue. You can see the edge of the green kind of piping going around and connecting through. They do connect to a little kind of socket back there with some arrows. And then we have this paneling detailing in that silver chrome, which again plays to the lab feel. We have this design on the back and then the G at the bottom. And again, just really cool, playing to the whole idea of Grooves Lab. One other thing to mention is the tags that do come attached. So it's just a classic Reebok tag. And then the other tag, which is the same information as the front of the box with the Question Mid and the information on the shoe. Next up, if we get the shoes loosened up and take a peek inside, we do have the insoles. I'm actually going to put up the video from earlier to show you guys the insoles and how cool they are, because from this angle, you can see that they do look like normal insoles, but then you see that do not pull tab listed on the inside. It's a little difficult to see as I move inside the shoe itself, but as you pull them out, you can see that there are graphics underneath. And then for the inner liner, we can see it's all black here with a small little design on the inside, but then we do have some additional graphics on the left sneaker. We have this patch right here with some of the logoing from Reebok and the collaboration. And then on the inner wall of the opposite sneaker, we have safety goggles required. Another just cool, really small touch on the sneaker that just makes it a little bit better. And then we can see the size tag real quick for the numbers and information that, again, do match the box. And lastly here, we have the outsole on the Reebok Question. And you can see it's the classic design of the Reebok Question, but it is translucent, and you can see all these crazy designs underneath. If we start first with the outer side of it, you can see that caution tape feel that I mentioned earlier on both sneakers here, and then you can see this spaceship in the middle. This is really, really cool. You can see the design right there, and then we have this green up towards the front underneath the Reebok logo that does glow in the dark, so that's really cool too. It was a little difficult to capture on camera, but again, just so much attention to detail here. And now, since we have wrapped up, taking an up-close look at the shoe, it's time to get these laced up, and I'll show you guys what they look like on feet. So there we have it for the Minions Reebok Question on feet. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, the details on these things are just so crazy, and on feet you can really see what I'm talking about, especially with the green piping around the sides. Really makes them stand out. So for me personally, I am not the biggest Minions fan, but I can 100% appreciate what they've done here, especially with all the details, all the small little hidden things. I really do like it. And if you're a Minions fan, this shoe is just so much better. And I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed with this shoe if you are a fan of the movies. These things are just so cool. So if we recap how the shoe fits a little bit in terms of comfort and things about the Reebok Question as a whole, this is an iconic and classic silhouette, the Reebok Question, and I do recommend that it does fit true to size, and if anything, I would say it fits a little small, so if you're a little unsure on sizing, you could go up a half size. I would not recommend going down at all, either true to size or go up that half size. It's decently comfortable right out of the box, but I know from questions in the past they get more and more comfortable over time with wear, and they're just a shoe you can style with a lot of things. It does have that retro kind of feel to it, but it looks good with shorts, it looks good with pants, and can go with a lot of things. This pair might be a little bit more difficult to style with the green that pops so much, but the rest of the sneaker is pretty plain in terms of that gray kind of chrome silverish look and the black. So all said and done, it is really nice. So if I had to give you my final rating and opinion on a scale out of 10 here, I think in terms of the detailing and attention to detail, this gets a 10 out of 10, probably 11 out of 10 because it is so good. But for my overall rating, because I'm not the biggest Minions fan, because I'm not sure this is the most wearable shoe, I am going to give it an 8 out of 10 because I think the details really make up for it. And checking it out on feet, it is pretty clean and nice and definitely a standout piece. Just one that's going to be a little difficult to wear on a regular basis because of how bright this green is and, you know, how many things are going on with the shoe. But all said and done, it is really nice, and I want to give a huge thank you again to Champs and Reebok for sending these over. I really do appreciate it. But I think we have covered everything here for the Reebok Question Minions collaboration. So I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys again real soon on the next video.